Good morning. Great. So today we are talking about very unique thing about data center industry. And when I started Data Center Guru, there were three objectives or three goals we set to support the industry with. The first initiative was Data Center Guru, where we supposed to provide value-added services or services across data center life cycle which exceptionally support the industry in a different way. So if you go and have more clarity on our booth, we can explain around 60% of our services are unique, which you can be able to see. Another initiative was how do we leverage the industry experts, whatever we have. We have industry experts which has also edged up, and now we see a couple of young masses which is being introduced here. So for that we had an objective, we wanted to create a platform, we call it knowledge sharing and collaborative platform by the name DC Guru Talk. That we got it live last year in November in Mumbai event. So we'll share the QR code for it, people can register on it. Third objective which was set, which I am pre-launching it, is we call Data Center Aashram. So as you know, data center industry is growing at a very fast pace. Because I am the person, when we talk to the industry, we used to see that the forecast of 5 years was, oh, it will become 3 gigawatt, then it become 4 gigawatt. Now, whenever I am talking to any of the people in the industry, I get a feedback, it is going to be 10 to 15 megawatt in next 5 years. Are we ready? Or is the supply chain at the back end ready to support this growth? And it is not only that part. The key element which goes into the entire scheme of things is a human resource. We did a research around that. We did research from two perspectives. One, skilled resources requirement for India. Second was from the perspective of globally how this entire skill resources phenomena is there. And we found the first thing we need to understand what kind of resources we need. The data center ecosystem. So we need sales and BD set of resources. Sales and BD is not just a product sales. You need to have overall broader knowledge about a data center, then only you can be able to position and sell. So we need to have people skilled around that or having a knowledge around that. We need pre-sales resources across data center ecosystem. Not only as an operator when I am selling data center, how can I be able to sell, but the entire ecosystem having a product or consultancy or solution or EPC, build, so and so forth. Do we have set of resources to? So based on that, if you look at the back-end part, which is delivery engine of the entire data center side of it, three set of resources we need: expertise in design and engineering, expertise in construction and commissioning, and expertise in operation and management system. If you look at globally, we are approximately 3 to 4 million people scarcity in next 5 years. That is the projections what we see. Globally, we need 3 to 4 million people, skilled resources to support the demand of the data center. If you look at India perspective, in India also we need around 3 lakh people across different domain areas. Do we have it? It is not only today. The industry is feeling the heat for at least 5-7 years as far as I know. there has not been any system which can plug in this gap. And that's where we took the challenge and said, we will work on it and we will try and plug in this skill gap which industry is facing. And that's where data center Aashram comes into the picture. So this is the requirement. Now we talk about what we have. If you analyze what we have in the industry in terms of or for skill development program is these three things. We have online trainings, we have virtual classroom trainings, and we have got classroom trainings. Do you know? Second part is, it is not only the mode of training. Another aspect which is very, very important part is what is the content of the training. Is it covering the 360-degree aspect of it? All the nuances, all the ingredients, whatever is required for data center? Or any specific thing what you are being taught for? One part. Second part, when you look at skill development as a cycle, this training, what training imparts to you is education, knowledge. And knowledge contribution to the skill development is only 10%. So how do you build up that 30%? And that's the problem industry is facing, where you have got people trained, join you, you spend your time and energy on the resources, and after 1 year, when the guy gets skilled, he leaves and goes. So how do we, challenge is how do we produce industry-ready resources which can directly be consumed by the industry without any further orientation? That's where we come into the picture. Then if you want to build this, you need to understand the complete life cycle of skill development. Then only you can be able to set a system which can support. And that's where we are talking about, this is the way the skill development cycle works. And we call 3E process of learning, where you need to have education, very, very important. Because unless and until you have knowledge about a specific domain, it doesn't work. Exposure you need. You need an environment. If you are a doctor, you need a hospital to apply your knowledge, not the factory. Similar way, in data center, if you have got a specific data center knowledge, you need specific environment where you can apply your knowledge. Then only skill gets enhanced. Last one is experience, 70%. Unless and until you have got on-job experience, you can't get skilled. So that's where, when we talk about it, how do we build a system which covers all three? And that's where we talk about data center Aashram. So you get all three. When we talk about skill development, you need to also understand which are the people need skill development. Skill development is required for the expertise people, specific domain expertise. Like somebody is doing design engineering, somebody is doing commissioning, somebody is doing project management, somebody is doing construction management, somebody is doing operation and management. They are the people who need expertise level of skill in that. But when we talk about business development, when we talk about pre-sales, they did not be expert in a specific area. And that's where they can be unable for knowledge-based requirement. Skill-based requirement are all for the experts. And it is not only just we are skilling them, we are evaluating them and ensuring they get accredited. So when they come out of the session or the entire skill development session, we call them data center pundits. So based on different set of course module what they go through, the specific set of pundit nomenclature they are going to get out of it. This is the complete program, what we are running. The entire program we are not launching as of now. So the complete program, if you see the top layer where you see this blue shaded area, this is only knowledge based thing. So we are trying to create a complete content which covers 360-degree aspect of the data center, not missed out any aspect. So web-based virtual class, and then we have a knowledge evaluation test, and then you directly get accredited. When we talk about skill development based module, these are all the export module. And what in the export module you have got technicians, which are the larger masses which is required. We need to have design engineering people, we need to have construction commissioning people, and operation and management people. So in the pre-launch, what we are talking about is, so this particular we have launched for corporate customers. We have not opened it to the public because they are the key people who need people to be skilled in the areas. So for corporate customers, which we have started, and this typically knowledge-based kind of program, but it is more than knowledge-based what I talk about. What is the difference? How it runs is like this. So there is a course development. So course already we have got standard already built in. Then there is a classroom training. So in corporate there is no online as of now. We run the classroom training at customer premises. When the classroom training is over, we have a knowledge evaluation which we do. Once we pass, then we provide exposure. Like you have taught about data center, its component, different systems which goes into the data center. Unless and until the guy sees physically what is that all about. ये DG set क्या होता है? UPS what it is all about. He cannot be able to correlate. That's what we are able to add in the entire stuff here in the part of exposure. We first tell them on the theory aspect of it. We expose them on the environment. Then we do a next level of knowledge evaluation test, and then we do kind of accreditations as data center Pandit. We call them data center Guni Pandit. They have knowledge about it, they are not experts. So knowledge they are having, they can be able to use role like your business development, sales, pre-sales, and even expert who wants to move to the next stage, they can be part of it. Earlier, if we talk about, there are multiple courses and multiple certifications you can see. We have got executive level course also, which we have not launched. So those other details we'll talk when we launch fully on that part of it. So this is what we are talking about the module. Very, very important aspect of what is taught, what is there in the curriculum. If that aspect is not aligned with the industry, then that means whatever we are not getting is full. So there are 12 modules which is followed by the tests, and then if you pass, then it is followed by the accreditations. So that's all to start with. Let us walk towards, because my objective has been to leverage whatever I have learned for last 30 years in this industry. How can I leverage my knowledge, my experience, give back to the industry? This is one of the initiatives. Another QR code, what you see here is the QR code for DC Guru Talk, what I talked about, knowledge sharing and collaborative platform. Use this QR code, register based on what you are, whether you are expert or whether you are just a knowledge seeker. You can register there, there is no charges, there is nothing. Expert, we expect them to share their knowledge and experience, because I cannot do it alone. I need the support of the industry to support industry. So that's all to start with. In case of any further queries, please visit our booth in the front. We'll try and address. So at last, I would like to thank you very much for patience hearing, and I hope whatever I talk is make some sense, and it is going to help the industry in the growth path, the way in multifold growth which we are running for. So thank you.